My name is Jared Ingersoll. I am the brand development chef for a company called Seagrass Boutique Hospitality Group, and I concentrate specifically on two brands, which is Hunter and Barrel, of which we've just opened 2 stores. The overall food concept here was to cook in a very simple but old-fashioned way of just cooking over coals and focusing on moving away from just primals and some white meats, but also exploring how delicious secondary cuts can be cooked slowly over coals and doing it in a really, really relaxed, almost pub-style environment. So in order to cook lots of delicious meats in a relatively small space, we've utilised 2 different grills from an Australian company called Cook On, and really, really simple. We're cooking over coal, and we're utilising 3 different levels to achieve 3 different cooking temperatures and then ultimately a holding temperature. Our fuel that we're using is coal because it gives a very beautiful and delicious, slightly smoky flavour. Wood can be really hard and problematic, and gas is just boring. So that's why we use coal. The final trick to it is that our ash straw underneath controls the airflow that comes up through the flames, which then controls the burn rate of the coal, which delivers a higher temperature. So it's pretty simple stuff. We have the 2 different pieces of equipment which apply 2 different sort of heat sources, if you want. So we've got a rotisserie where the meats are sort of continuously rolling. The juices are tends to keep the juices inside, and then it allows you to continuously baste the meats because it's not actually getting any actual contact with a hot surface. It's all indirect heat from the flames. The same concept on the grills, but where we're actually placing proteins or food on a hot surface. The lower temperature range can get up to about 500 degrees, and then it drops roughly 140, 150 degrees between each level. So we have got searing heat for things like fish, steaks. The middle one is slow cooking secondary cuts like the beef rib, or slowly cooking a chicken with bones in it. Top level is virtually resting. So the beauty about these pieces of equipment is that because we've got the different levels, we can put out huge volumes of meat. So we can start slow cooking stuff well in advance when people are coming in. So we generally start cooking at around the night before, and then we start cooking other things at around sort of 10 o'clock in the morning, and those things can take 3 to 4 hours cook. So we're actually utilising our downtime in order to cook things. And then during service, the things that we'll cook slowly we're holding, and then we're just focusing all of our cooking surfaces for the short cooks. So in Melbourne, we're doing upwards of 1,000 covers on a grill that's literally 900 by 1,100. So it's pretty efficient.
Brought to you by Cookers, the future of cooking oils.